Hi everyone, I'm Mom and welcome to Momda's Life Handmade. Today I'm going to share with you two beautiful DIYs which have these lovely words on them which mean a lot in life. My today's video is part of a collaboration where the theme is inspirational quotes. There are so many beautiful words that I would like to tell here, share with you, but I had to restrict it to two because it would be a very lengthy video otherwise. So I created two beautiful decor with beautiful words on them which I think mean a lot. This beautiful idea is from Michelle. Michelle's Cozy Home came up with this idea of creating a collaboration where she invited some YouTubers and we together have brought before you our DIY videos with inspirational quotes. So I want to thank Michelle for inviting me into this beautiful collaboration. I'll put link to Michelle's channel, Michelle's Cozy Home, in the description box of my video. She has also created a playlist where all the videos of all the YouTube collaborators with inspirational quotes is put together. So I'll put link to the playlist also in the description box of this video. And I'm going to tag all these talented YouTubers, my friends from YouTube with beautiful ideas. I'll put their channel link as form of tags in the description box of my video. So do visit their channels, do visit the playlist, go over to Michelle's channel, say my hi if you're visiting them from my video, and if you're coming from any of their videos, a warm welcome. And if you're new here, a big hello. So look around my channel, look into the content. I love doing a lot of DIYs, trash to treasures, high-end dupes, everything that is related to home within budget. And if you love such content, please consider subscribing to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button given below the video, and do hit the little bell icon beside it with the ringing bell option so that you're notified each time I post my video. I wanted a wooden board, and for this I used the drawing board on my easel. These are planks of wood put together and I love the grains on it. I don't want to spoil it, so my DIY will be something which I can remove when I feel like and get my drawing board back. The wooden surface would enhance the beauty of this DIY. Now here is my drawing board and I'm going to make a sunflower here in the bottom corner. Now these are some grocery bags. One can use fabrics. I'm just using these bags. I want to recycle them. This is not exactly fabric. It is not even plastic. So these are some easy biodegradable mesh kind of fabric, and they are used in different shops nowadays just to be more eco-friendly. So I have a lot of them and I saved them with the one specially in same colors, monocolors. So I'm going to use them, I'm going to recycle them. Starting with one piece, I'm going to open it first thing. So I'm going to cut the joint portions. You can just do this project using any kind of fabric, any kind of color one prefers. So I first have to open up this bag. So I'm cutting off the side seams and also the bottom. And I'm going to turn it inside out so that I have really neat things. So I'm going to cut off the handle portions also. So now I have two such portions. You can do with single layer. I'm just doing two layers together so that I don't have to work more. So I just folded it like this, 3 folds. So I have got 6 now. Now it's totally up to you depending on the dimension of the surface that you are using. So you can use accordingly, and the size will vary depending on how big your surface is or how small is it. So you will have to make your sunflower according to that. So I'm going to start from this end and cut out a petal. I'm going to cut all these joints so that I can have individual 6 petals. Now I have got 6 petals here, Now each petal is broad in the bottom, so I'm just going to fold it. One piece over the other so that a crease is formed, and then just pull it like this so that this crease is formed. This crease will give the natural feel of that of a petal, and I'm going to start from one end and just stick them here. So one can use glue gun, one can use tape, double-sided tape, or just any kind of glue for this. Similarly, I'm adding this next petal, just folding it, pulling, stretching it, and attaching it. All I'll remember while I add petals is I'll go in a circular fashion so that the circle is formed, a curve is formed, and it looks like a flower. Now my first layer of petals is ready. It's already looking beautiful as a sunflower. So I have placed the first layer, and you see there are gaps in these. I have cut out more petals here, and I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 petals only just for these gaps. So I have cut these out and I'm going to stick them here. So again, I'm taking a tape, folding it. I told you this is my easel board and I want to reuse it whenever I want. I just can peel all this off and use it. So I'm just going to use tape for this whole project so that I don't spoil my board. One can make this a permanent one, definitely. One petal is less. Well, I'll cut one more piece and add it. Now you see it has this lots of petals, the depth perception is there. There is this feeling of layering, the creases that are there in the natural feel. It's just perfect. You can choose your color of choice for the petals as well. Okay, now my petals are ready, and I got this black cardstock paper, and I have measured and cut a rectangular piece such that it's overlapping this petals as well as this and looks a part of this flower. So I'm going to cut it in a little arc shape here. Now I want to attach it here like this so it starts to look like a flower, but because of these petals here, this edge is slightly raised than the board, so I have taken a small piece of cardboard and I'm going to stick it here. It will not be seen, and over it I'm going to glue this, and so that it's now in a proper level. Now with my flower ready, now I will go to the other corner, the opposite corner here. And now I'll have to shift the things little so as to get this complete board in focus. Now before that, let me show you this printout. I went on internet and went to the free font sites. So there are a lot of free font sites, and from there I picked up these words in the fonts that I want, and I have here it written in everything give thanks. Now there's a lot of space because now for this step one can definitely take a piece of wood and paint it and then maybe stencil it. I took the easy way out. I got this printed over a piece of paper, and now I'm going to make it look as if it's wood. So if it's done well, it works really good. I'm going to fold it like this. Now you see they are very close to each other, yet there is a gap, and I'm going to add some color in that gap. Some color here. So now you can see the little black there. So it looks like two pieces of wood. But yes, you can obviously do the genuine wood thing for this. Now I'll find a piece of cardboard which will fit inside this and cover it with this paper. So I just used this cardboard and I have added my paper over it to give it more realistic touch. I'm going to go ahead and maybe do a little more detailing to this. Now once my sign is ready with the quote, "In everything give thanks," I'm going to attach it here. Again, I'm going to do it with tape because I want to protect my board, drawing board. So I'm keeping a margin of 1 inch on the top, but I am going to keep it flush with this edge, the edge opposite to the side of the flower. And then I'm going to stick it here and my sign is ready. We should be thankful for everything that we receive in life. To make my sign for the quote, I have taken 2 pieces of identical sized cardboards. These are corrugated cardboards, so they are really strong. And I've taken 2 pieces and I'm going to glue them together and put some weight on it so that it becomes really strong and sturdy. Now it will become 10 layered corrugated cardboard, really strong for making any sign. Here I have an old book with yellowed out pages, which is no more in use, but I love the text look. I cut out a few things out of it, some words, some alphabets, and also a little paper here from here. So I have some background, different colored paper, blocks, and a few words here. 2 months back, when yellow laburnum were in full bloom, I had collected some of them and had placed them in between the book pages to let them dry. Some of them have turned out really pretty and I'm going to use them today here. This second quote is a favorite of my husband and it says, "This too shall pass." And it's so meaningful, it's so beautiful in itself. Everything around us will pass. The time, the money, people around us, everything will move on, away and gone. So one should remember this and stay humble. One should remember in times of hardships and sadness that this too shall pass. So be strong, have faith, fight on, and the time of sadness, hardship will pass. In times of happiness, in times when we have too much bounties, a lot of splendor, even then stay humble, be helpful, be thankful, because this too shall pass. What we are left with is our faith, our knowledge, our love, our memories, and we too shall pass. Let our life be such that we leave behind inspirations and good memories. Thank you everybody for your time. Thank you Michelle and all my fellow friends and viewers. Thank you very much. I'll see you soon in my next video, in my next DIY. Be creative, be positive, and be happy.